Thank you for that.
And besides, I could be his father.
You are not my father, although I do call him daddy sometimes.
I love you. Oh, I love you. Yes, I love you. Oh.
Welcome to the end times. Welcome to the end times.
Hey, I'm Mike.
Hey, I'm Charlie. Before we start today, I wanted to ask you if you would mind taking this quick little survey I have.
Yeah, okay. What's it for?
Okay, got it right here. Just answer yes or no to these 5 questions.
I hate pop quizzes, man.
That's okay.
Go for it.
Okay, first one. Do you find yourself saying out loud that time is going faster and faster?
Yes, because it is. It is flying by, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so that's a yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you paying more attention to politics more than ever in your life than you had before?
Listen, I'm watching politics like a damn hawk, okay?
Yeah, so am I, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a yes.
Okay, number
Why?
3. Do you take 5 or more prescription drugs?
Let me think for a second. Yes.
Okay. Doing good. Okay. Number 4. Do you walk into a room and totally forget why you walked into that room?
Man, I just did that right when I walked in here earlier.
Oh, yeah?
And this is like the second time I've done it today. So what is this, an AARP, an eligibility quiz or something?
Maybe. Okay. Number 5. Do you ever push the emergency stop in the elevator just to get rescued by the fire department?
Man, you know that happened, and you know it wasn't just to get rescued from. Have you seen our fire department? Excuse me. I would do it again, so I guess that would be a yes by default.
Okay, if you answered yes to 4 out of 5 questions, then you may be over 50.
Okay, whatever.
And if you answered yes to 5 out of 5 questions, then you may be a homosexual over 50.
I'm not a what? You may be a homosexual over 50. I'm not a homosexual.
I just wanted to start it light, and so
Okay,
thank you for that.
Since you're going there, there are other ways to clues that tell you you're nearing the end. Okay, excuse me, but your hair, your memory, your eyesight, and your hearing are all going to go south and leave you stranded. And then you think that your best friend is going to stick by you, but no. You can't even trust your manhood no more.
Oh, no, that's tragic.
It's a
Getting
hot mess.
old is so over. I'm over it. I mean, it's 2024, right? I mean, they can replace, repair, and rejuvenate you, that your own mother wouldn't even recognize you. That's how good they are.
If you got the money.
And with stem cell research, they can replace any body part that you need.
Ew, I don't want to do that. Do you remember that they were growing a human ear on the back of that mouse? That's how they do it. You can grow a nose, you can grow new ears, you can get bigger boobs for a big brassiere, and change your career. You can go on a bender and even change your gender. You'll look finer in your new vagina.
Not me. Whatever you decide to do, use caution and common sense, okay? Because
that's true.
Life has consequences.
Yes, it does.
And life is a trade-off. We trade just about everything in life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for example, we trade youth for wisdom. It's always good. And for this to happen, you must pay close attention or risk being old and having nothing to show for it.
I'm wise. I traded my car once, twice. Hey, some people even trade their biological reproductive system.
Oh, yes,
inferior
unfortunately.
man-made version that sort of resembles reproductive parts but will never function as such. Those individuals, I say, buyer beware. Because once you start nipping and tucking and trading things out, and if you decide you don't like it and you want to go back to the way you were, you can't do it. So make sure you are mature enough to make that decision. And
I don't intend to become a man. I don't want to become a man. And I'm not having a sex change.
Oh,
yeah, of course.
Besides, getting old ain't for sissies anyway. So I hope that's not a law. Is that a law? Because if it is, we could be going to jail, I guess.
Excuse me? I do not consider myself old or a sissy. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Being old is just a mindset anyway. You're as old as you feel.
You're considerably older than me. Hello. How does that make you feel?
I'm considerably older than you? Yeah, by a whole 3 months and 6 days and 9 hours-ish. My attitude, however, is much younger, I must say. I mean, I could be in my 20s.
You must say that. I don't know if I would say it because you look like you're probably...
Hey, watch it.
I was going to say he looks like he's in his early 30s.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Thank you for that.
And besides, I could be his father.
You are not my father, although I do call him daddy sometimes.
He does, that's true.
No, seriously though,
Yeah,
I mean, we're both old enough to be concerned about where our country's headed and the role that the gay community is playing in it. I mean, we fought so hard to get this to this place, and now I see a lot of unsuspecting gay youth with good intentions falling victim to an agenda by those who do not have our best interests in mind, trust me.
Yeah, they're trying.
I mean, they're bad actors seeking our destruction by any means. It's scary.
Yeah, it is scary. I mean, I think the term is useful idiots, because it's those who unwittingly will do the bidding of their enemies because they believe that the enemies are really their friends, but they're not. They're just being used by them, and it's not good. So we all need to be careful about that one.
Okay, so whatever happened to that term, the gay community? It's simple.
It got thrown out.
I mean, that covered both homosexual men and homosexual women. And it even also covered those who could consider themselves bisexual. Right. It's an all-inclusive, non-offensive, easy to remember, and very straightforward term, right?
All those things, exactly. Right. Absolutely. And it worked just fine for decades. And now everyone's got to be walking on pins and needles and eggshells because you don't know whose pronoun is whose. And if you misgender, God forbid, that's the end of you, you know? You know, all this woke ideology is only building resentment towards gay and trans people. I believe it is. Yeah. And I mean, that can fester into hate, which eventually it does. And that is dangerous for all gay plus people. Oh, I'm sorry. That's dangerous for all LGBTQIA++ people. Oh my God, all these letters. It's a tongue twister for sure. Most people find it super annoying. It is annoying. And super confusing. I remember that. So why are we doing that, you know? And besides, now we're known as the alphabet soup group. I hate that.
In the LGBTQ community, support the LGBTQ. I support the LGBTQ community. But tell us about being endorsed by the LGBT. Isn't that right? How does gay people fit into your life, and are you a lesbian?
It is very embarrassing.
Because not all of us are, you know, want that. I think from now on, we let's abolish the word salad and just call ourselves the gay plus community. If you agree with that, if that sounds good, let us know in the comments below. The gay plus community. Gay plus community. That's a compromise, people.
I'll second that motion, and here's why. We lived through the worst of the AIDS epidemic back in the day, where the new normal was to see our friends leave this world in horrible ways. I mean, one after another, they died. People that I loved, taken out by what they called the gay disease. I mean, back then, remember, if you got canceled, you were shunned by everyone. I mean, including most doctors who would refuse to touch you if they knew you had AIDS. Because it was horrible.
Having AIDS was like you got canceled if you got AIDS. That was it. I mean, we weren't so worried about being misgendered because we had other things to worry about, like burying our friends. And then for the next 3 decades, we fight for equal rights under the insistence that we are born gay, which we are. And now we're out there telling everybody that you can just choose a gender, pick a gender, any gender, and you're good to go. So is it a choice or not, guys? Huh? Because this is the optics of this look really bad for us, and it makes us all look like we're just nuts.
Look, life is beautiful here in the U.S. We're so lucky. I mean, we all need to appreciate why that is and never take it for granted.
That's right.
I mean, and we should always fight to keep it like that. There are many countries that literally outlaw homosexuals and punish you and erase you just for being gay.
Right.
They give you no jury, no trial, just an accusation followed by a blindfold if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
And then shoved off a 6-story building's rooftop. Horrible, or worse. I mean,
all these meltdowns because you misgender somebody or
it's ridiculous.
Whatever, and then because the taxpayer don't want to pay for our transition surgery. I mean, come on, really? If that were the case, then I feel like a young stud trapped in an old man's body. I should run to the plastic surgeon and tell him, give me the works, man.
Oh, yeah, why not? Hey, it was like, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Exactly.
Look, and as a side note, speaking of doctors, I mean, the doctor does not assign our gender at birth. I heard this the other day, and I was like, what? This is this. He or she simply records the actual gender you are, either a boy or a girl.
You know what? That needed to be said because the only one that assigns genders is
God.
Right.
Right? Is that what you're going to say? Yes. Okay.
Yes, it's what I was going to say. But we are going through a transgender revolution of some kind, and this whole
this whole
letter thing, people think that gay and transgender are the same thing, and they're not. We are completely, have nothing to do with each other, and we're separate categories.
Totally separate categories.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, it's like we need to stop confusing everybody with all this gender bender,
Get rid
fetish,
of,
fluid nonsense
letters.
is what it is. And while we're at it, I believe that transgenders should fight for a league of their own as an elite category exclusive to them.
Sports league of their own.
Yeah.
And don't get me started about this new gay flag.
Oh, I won't, because we're discussing that on an upcoming episode.
Oh, okay.
Besides, we covered quite a bit today, and I know a little bit got deep, you guys, but I know it needs to be said as well. So
didn't we just say it? I thought I said it. You want me to say it again? What do you want me to say?
No, just how about we will say for now, good night.
That's a good idea. But before we do, help us out by giving us a like and subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
It would make our day, and it would really help us out.
Yes, it would.
Thanks, everybody. Good night. I'm Mike.
And I'm Charlie. See you guys next time on The End Times. So until that time, stay tuned and stay fabulous. Bye.